Minnesota Vikings finally won a game that had some significance to it. They won 34-28 at the Carolina Panthers. They are now 3-3. The Panthers dropped to 3-3. Vikings covered the 1-point spread. The over comes in at 46. This game, to me, the MVP was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, zero doubt there.
The defense played really, really well for a long, long part of this game, but then somewhere in the fourth quarter...
Yeah, Patrick Peterson got hurt, right?
Yeah.
It was
pulled a hammy
right after he was out. Looks like the Panthers were trying to make a comeback.
They attacked
DJ Moore,
Dantzler, and then Dantzler ended up getting scored on. It was just, they just figured it out. They were like, we were suffocating him, dude. They had like 70-something yards or 80-something yards all the way till the third quarter. On offense, like passing offense, that's seriously good defense coming from, we have one of the worst cornerbacks, as PFF stated, the worst cornerback. And he got a pick on the first play of the game.
Yeah.
So
Rashad Breeland.
As soon as that happened, I'm like, okay, so the worst person on the team is doing good. This should be a good game.
Yep.
And then, let alone at the end when even though we had, the lead, I had a feeling this letting the foot off the pedal shit was going to happen again, and it happened again. And they attacked Patrick Peterson's area, and now all of a sudden they come back. They 4th and 10, bro, in their own
5-yard line. He threw like a 41-yard bomb to Ian
right
Thomas
down the middle. Right down the middle.
That is inexcusable. You get the first down, that's fine. Like he gets 7 yards and gets the first down. But a 41-yard play that you let formulate when he's literally in his own end zone. And so, yeah, I mean, there's no reason this game should have gone to overtime, been as close as it was. But nonetheless, again, time and time again this season, Kirk Cousins has been put in a situation to give his team an opportunity at the end of the game to tie the game, win the game.
Yeah.
And he delivered in regulation. Obviously, our kicker missed because what else is fucking new? And then in overtime, we get the ball back. And that throw, that walk-off touchdown to KJ Osborne was one of the best throws I've ever seen.
That was perfect.
Perfect throw. Dude, 33 or 48, 373, 3 touchdowns, 0 sacks.
That's what we needed. What have I been saying since the end of last year? This man is fucking accurate, right? He's clearly accurate. Everything is proven towards his accuracy. No one's doubting the accuracy. But he can't move, right? Which clearly he can kind of move now.
Dude, that 16-yard run.
Right. I told you about this in the preseason. We're like, oh, it looks like he's going to start running now. Yeah. And then, we joked about it, but he's actually taken off. Those are the critical movements that he had never made before, and now he's made.
Yep.
So when you have a quarterback with protection who is historically the most accurate player playing in football right now, there is no doubt that that's going to be the problem in the team, right? So we established that, right? If all these other weird things that happened early in the season didn't go as planned, Kirk Cousins would have 5 game-winning touchdown drives right now. He would be a unanimous MVP choice right
100%.
now. So, we figured that out. I am so happy we figured that out. It's like there's zero doubt on that side of the field now. Now the fingers have to start pointing towards Zimmer for still making these decisions.
Dude.
For a quarterback to be playing that well and still having to go to overtime, yes, the kicker sucks. We need a new kicker. I'm tired of it. We need a new kicker.
Yep.
It just has to be done.
Yep.
It can't be worse.
No.
It can't be worse than this.
He's hit game winners, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that he's still missing. He's missing and putting us in a situation to make the game closer at the end.
Right. So, yeah, we need to figure this out. If we don't figure out this kicker situation, and we need to figure out a new cornerback situation, we're missing a lot of cornerbacks. Don't know what's going to happen. They're probably going to get attacked again right when we just figured everything out. When everybody was shutting down the receivers, DJ Moore was not having a good day until Patrick Peterson left.
Nope.
So now we need to figure out this cornerback situation, figure out this kicker situation, going into this bye, coming out of the bye. It should be coming in hot.
Yeah, that especially with the kicker situation, it's 28-17. You have a chance to score a 47-yard field goal to make it a 2-touchdown game.
Yep.
Right.
To make it 31-17.
Yep.
And you miss it. So, those are kicks that you need to make to close out the games for your team, which they didn't do.
So, yes, 100% in agreement. It was like a 3rd and 7, and so most teams, how they show the line of what's the kicker's range to kick a field goal, right? Yeah. Most teams will see that and be like, okay, let's get closer than that because that's the absolute minimum. The Minnesota Vikings get to that line, and then it's like, okay, we're going to hand the ball off 3 times.
Right.
3rd and 7 there. If you get a first down, you get closer. If you score a touchdown that drive, the game's over. It is literally absolutely over. The best player on your team is your quarterback right now. Your receivers can't be stopped. If you score a touchdown that drive, the game is over. If you kick a field goal, there's still 8 minutes left and it's 2 touchdowns. So it's still not over, right? Yes, you're in a way better spot, but a kicker who's that erratic, it's 3rd and 7. on a 47-yarder and you hand the ball off again. And I'm like, dude, Kirk Cousins has shown he's the best player on the team right now. If you give him time, he's literally going to deliver. And our receivers are getting open at will, and you don't throw the ball there. That's Mike fucking Zimmer. It's Mike Zimmer and that mindset. And that put us in the situation where we had to go to overtime. And Kirk once again proved that he can carry the offense if you give him the time of day. And so how many times are we going to have to see this before Mike Zimmer's like, okay, Kirk, I actually trust you?
I don't know. Kirk had to shove him in the shoulder pads or whatever, like last game.
Did you like that? And he like shoved him back.
Yeah. I think he was just the old man.
Yeah, he was like very startled. But nonetheless, they get the job done. Dalvin Cook, good game, 29 carries, 140 yards, a touchdown. Adam Thielen, 13 targets, 11 catches, 126 yards, touchdown.
He was stealing it.
He was definitely Thielen it. We can put it to rest that Adam Thielen is a touchdown or bust guy, or he's too old, or he can't beat his defenders. The Panthers are good defense, and he was open every single play. Justin Jefferson, 8 catches, 80 yards, 14 targets his way. So they're seeing the same thing we are on paper, that this guy's the real deal. And KJ Osborne, man, time and time again, crucial spots, third downs, need a first down, walk-off touchdown. He's going to KJ Osborne, and that dude's lights out.
Yep.
We have a three-headed monster.
We have all-headed monsters. Besides a cornerback situation, everybody's a monster. Danielle Hunter's a monster. Eric Kendrick's a monster. There's a lot of monsters, and we're just letting the play calling of this team hold us back. And that needs to change after this bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and lastly, credit to the Vikings on the defensive side and the offensive side. However, the Panthers offense did also look pretty bad. Sam Darnold, 17 for 41, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Looking like the Jets' Sam Darnold. And, they traded for this guy, hoping that they could,
he could be the future.
He could be the future.
I mean, think about this, okay? Kyler Murray had one of his worst games against us. Just eye test bad games. He wasn't having a happy day. So like Dalvin Cook mentioned the other day or yesterday at the post-game conference, everybody's like, oh, you guys are going to have to play this schedule. You have the hardest schedule coming up. You got to play this team still left. How are you going to beat that team? He's like, hold up. They also have to play us. Like, why are we getting discounted as like this shitty team when we are just out here scoring points and losing games because of these intangible weird things? So like, I think this game just kind of put us in the map because the Panthers had the number 1 pass defense. We just ran a train on that number 1 pass defense. So when do we have to start deciding? When do we stop fearing these teams we're playing, and when do the other teams start fearing us?
Yeah, and as much as a Vikings fan, I want to start having that mindset, but I think it's the trickling down effect of the mindset of the fucking ownership and the head coach, right? It starts with the head coach, obviously. Like, he instills the mindset and like the way his players are going to come to play. Like, do you ever have any doubts that Mike Tomlin's team's going to come to play? Do you ever have any doubts that John Harbaugh's team's going to come to play? Like, even in situations where like maybe they don't play their best, they came to fucking play. And it's just this fucking sad loser mentality that Mike Zimmer has that I'm sick of, because the team has shown that they're capable. Zim just needs to unleash the reins and let them fucking do what they can do. So great time to get a bye week for the Vikings. Again, go to 3-3 after the 0-2 start. So we got to be encouraged there because of that gauntlet of a schedule after the bye. The Panthers are 3-3 heading in the opposite direction again with Sam Darnold, CMC on the IR now. So really not a lot to look forward to. The defense is still good. So hopefully they can bounce back because they're going to be at the Giants.